नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तद्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Nithyanandam, everyone, and welcome once again to today's show on the occasion of the 45th Chaturmasya of Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Every day on this special occasion of Swamiji's 45th Chaturmasya, we are having special guests on our show who are sharing about their experiences with Swamiji. And today we have a very special guest with us who's going to share how Swamiji saved his life from the Navagrahas, and meaning from the effects of the planets. And so today we are also going to learn the science of the Navagrahas, the science of astrology and astronomy. We are going to be hearing directly from Swamiji's satsangs, and where Swamiji elaborately reveals decodes the science of the Navagrahas, astrology and astronomy from the Vedas and Agamas. And you will learn what is actually the difference between the astronomical planets and the astrological planetary energies as well, and how they influence our life, but how we can use these influences to how we can use these sciences for our benefit, for enlightenment. So I would like to welcome our guest here, Nithyananda Maya. We have Shri Paramanyana here with us. Nithyananda Maya, welcome on the show. Thank you so much for coming tonight. And would you kindly please introduce yourself, Aya, and also share with us how did you first meet Swamiji?
Nithyananda Swamiji. I happened to be in the presence of Swamiji nearly 20 years ago, not exactly, but about 20 years ago. And it was a satsang that Swamiji held in a high school auditorium in San Diego. And that was the first time I think Swamiji came to San Diego. And so what happened was when I was in the satsang, there was something special and divine I felt about Swamiji. And the satsang was over, and Swamiji was going outside the hall. Suddenly, something told me that I should touch his feet. So I followed Swamiji and requested him, Swamiji, can I touch your feet? People around him were kind of horrified, but he just pushed them aside. He just stepped out of his padakas and he allowed me to touch his bare feet. So that's how I became a disciple of Swamiji for life. And Swamiji has been with me through thick and thin all my life. And that's how I got introduced to Swamiji.
Very nice, Aya. And could you also share a little bit about yourself, Aya? You are a founding father of Kailasa, and if you can please introduce yourself as well.
What do you want me to say?
So anything about yourself, Aya? So where you're from, and yes.
Okay.
So anything you would like to say about yourself?
I'm originally from Chennai, and I got my engineering degree in India, and I came to US and got another engineering degree in the US. And I was a reasonably successful professional, engineering and management professional. And I have family. I have 2 children, 2 boys, and my wife. And mm, and I very strictly follow Swamiji's guidelines. I have taken the daily puja from him. So Swamiji has initiated me. So I do puja every single day. And Swamiji has exempted me from yoga, but I still do some yoga practice, little bit of yoga practice every day. I'm kind of severely handicapped in the sense that I have severe scoliosis as well as polio. But mm, like fortunately enough, I'm kind of free of pain. I just follow the vegetarian regimen that Swamiji has recommended very strictly, and I don't take any kind of um, medicine or any chemical, any man-made chemical. No coffee, tea, soda, junk food, nothing like that. And so for about 20 years now, I've lived a life without any kind of medication whatsoever. Okay. Thanks to Swamiji.
Thank you, Aya. So for the last 20 years, you had actually mentioned that, you, even though having a severe scoliosis, where you could have experience, you had mentioned that even every step that you take would be excruciating pain that you would otherwise have.
Yes.
Thanks to Swamiji, that in the last 20 years, not only you're not having the pain, you stopped medication completely.
Yes.
What a great blessing it is, having Swamiji in our lives. And not only this, you have also shared, I know you live, I mean, a bit far, but still closer to the Kailasa, Los Angeles ecosystem. And you had mentioned to us about how Swamiji protected you from the astrological phase that you have recently just crossed. If you could please expand what actually happened, because see, we have heard in the Puranas, we have heard in the Markandeya Purana how the Virkandu Rishi gets the boon of a child where he should be so intelligent, and even if he's 16 years only, he's going to live as long as 16. That is okay, and he gets that blessing. The child is born, he grows up, he becomes 16. The day when he has to leave the body, Yama comes to take his life. The boy runs to the Shivalinga, hugs him so tightly that when Yama throws the rope, it falls on Paramashiva along with the child. Of course, then Paramashiva comes and saves the child. So these things we've heard in the Purana. But what you shared is something that is happening now, especially when Paramashiva is our own guru. Miracles are our way of life. Every single day, like every single disciple, no matter whichever part of the world they are in, they're experiencing these amazing miracles every day where Swamiji is the protecting them, or Swamiji is causing some or the other miracles in their life, just letting them know that he is there. So something like that, a very profound experience that you have gone through, how Swamiji has saved you from your phase that you're going through or you've been through recently. If you can please share on that.
Sure, Ma. So just to give a background, after becoming Swamiji's disciple, I have stopped looking at astrology completely. Okay, because Swamiji is there to protect me. I don't need to figure out about what the planets are going to do. Okay, so I've stopped looking at horoscopes and things like that. And a few months ago, my younger son was having great difficulty finding a job for about more than a year, though he had excellent qualification from some of the topmost schools in the country. Okay, so then I found out that there is an astrologer in LA who's pretty good at figuring out these things. So I asked my son. He said, "My son, okay." My son said, "Okay, you can find out from him about what's happening to me." So I went to the astrologer, and the astrologer cast his horoscope, and it seems to be a very unusual horoscope and all that. And he also said he's going through some very difficult times, 7.5 years of Saturn. So he has to go through one more phase, and he'll soon get a job, he said. And uh, so he incidentally said that he asked me what my Rasi is, and I told him. He said, "You are going through Ashtamasani," he said. Um, and I'm getting to the very end of Ashtamasani at the time. And I realized that the last 2.5 years had gone through some extraordinarily difficult circumstances with my health, all caused by human errors, not necessarily my error, but other people who have been attending to me. It so happened that my body got affected in many ways, and also the astrologer said that this is my third Ashtamasani period, and I've been extraordinarily lucky in surviving through this period, um, given my age also. Then there is a background to this, because in the year 2018, I remember, I think, was that when some of the, was it, I think maybe 2017, Balasan, one of the Balasans has given me a Kala Bhairava reading, Akashic reading, and they said that I'll be alive for 5 more years. And they also said that I will be leaving the body when I want, where I want, something like that. Okay. So within next 2 days, I happened to be in Swamiji's presence, and I asked Swamiji about what the Akashic reading said. It's a strange scene, because I was looking at Swamiji. He looked like he was really tall. He was big. Okay. Like he took some kind of Vishwarupas, something like that, and he kind of stared down at me and said, "Where and when you leave your body is up to me and no one else." He was very clear about that. Then he smiled and he said, "Don't worry, I'll take care of your sons." Okay, so that was so beautiful. I can never forget that scene from my life. Okay, so that's how then I realized that Swamiji protected me through this third Ashtamasani duration, which very few people survive, especially given my age. Okay, so that's what I want to share.
Okay, yeah. Actually, Sadi Sati, the Ashtamasani that you're referring to, Aya is referring to the Shadi Sat also, what is called the Shadi Sat. It is a period of 7.5 years of transit of Saturn, planet Saturn in your astrology. And it occurs in each individual's life 3 times in their lifetime. And during those 7.5 years, the person, goes through tough times. Basically, Lord Shani, he exposes the individual to himself, humbling them, and a lot of difficulties that each one goes through, but it is a learning and a humbling experience. So the 3 times that an individual goes through, the third time that the Shadesha, the 7.5 years happens in one's life, it's considered as fatal. Usually people don't survive that 7.5 periods of time. And what Parajnana Ayya is referring here, Paramajnana Ayya is referring here, is the third phase that he went through, the third Shadeshat, which is also called as the Ashtama Shani, because that is usually the end of a person's life. It is so it's called as Ashtama Shani, and how none of the planets can affect an individual as long as the Guru's grace, the Guru's eyes are on you. As long as you have Guru protecting you and Guru's grace is on you, nothing can touch you. And we have heard this again and again in history, but living this, no matter what, as long as the Guru's grace is there, nothing can touch you. That's what Ayya was sharing, that during his Ashtama Shani, which is the third cycle of the Shadeshat, he was, said that he would be leaving the body, but of course Swamiji has protected him and he has successfully completed that phase, and here talking with us today, and how Swamiji is there for him, especially through his health condition, and he survived that and joined us today to share this beautiful experience with us. And as we see this astrology, the Hindu astrology, none of this is superstition, it is science. Swamiji beautifully explains that more than 70% of our body is water. And naturally, when, the planetary positions, especially the moon, as we have seen, the ocean waves, which is the water, how it responds to the moon phases. Similarly, even us human beings, whose physical composition has more than 70% of water, even our emotions, even our energies respond to these planetary positions. But as long as there is Swamiji in our life, nothing can touch us. So what is the science of this astrology? We will now directly listen from Swamiji, the science behind this astrology, the Hindu astrology.
स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दम्.
All right, I'll answer few questions which can really add to some more clicks. Somebody very intelligent, just empty card. Swamiji, could you please provide an insight on relationship between the person's horoscopes and karma? Even though from time immemorial, the so-called logical people and atheists were abusing, disrespecting the traditional astrology, secretly they were always consulting astrologers. Even though many people try to abuse or disrespect, the science still holds its power, its influence on human beings. In India, the report says 93% of the people read or study their horoscopes regularly before taking any big decisions, not just marriage, before taking any big decisions. Surely there is a science behind it, even though as usual anything which expands certain limit, goes beyond certain limit, will lose its originality, will start getting diluted. There was little dilution in this science also, but that does not mean the science itself is a lie. Understand this one example, then you will be able to understand, connect with the astrology, the science of astrology. It's like for one moment in camera, when the cover moves, whatever was outside gets printed on the film. Then you can develop that film, it will become photograph. Second time, you can't use that same film. What first moment, what gets recorded, only that will be there in the film. Same way, the moment you come out, the moment your consciousness enters into the body, the energy level of the cosmos gets printed in that consciousness. Your inner space gets a print of the cosmic energy level based on the time of the birth and the position of the 9 major energy centers. I wanted one more understanding to be internalized by you all. The astronomical planets are not astrological planet energies. Even though number may be same, the astrological planets are energies. For example, planet Earth is here. Maybe I can use the paper to draw and show you. This understanding will really help. Planet Earth is here. This is Sun. Different grahas are there. Please visualize this as eccentric circles and this as some planets. Okay. This is Sun. When we say here in our temple, if you see, there will be 9 planetary energies. Statue deities will be there. They will be worshipping. When we say Sani Graha, that is not exactly Saturn. Consider this as a Saturn. A particular energy of pull and push is there always between the grahas. The energy which comes out of the Saturn does not completely come and influence the planet Earth. In between, something will be added, something will be deleted. Different energy clash will be there. For example, 100 unit push energy comes from the Saturn, and if 20 unit pulling energy comes from the Buddha, naturally it will be neutralized. It will become 80. And suddenly here you will see Shukra may add 30 unit, then it will become 110. When it reaches, by the time it reaches the planet Earth, it may get deviated for some time. Then it may come down to 80 or 50. Whatever finally reaches, that is what we call Sunny, Saturn energy. Understand? It's a very subtle science. The same Saturn will not have same influence over planet Earth continuously. If he moves, the total calculation of the pull or push will differ. If you move, even sometime I have seen, within 12 days, the whole energy will be different. Whole energy will be different. If the astronomical planets and astrological planets are same, then the energy difference will not be there. But it is not same. It is not same. It is the totality of the energy reaches to the planet Earth. Maybe when we say Saturn, the major influence in that energy flow was from Saturn. When we say Buddha, it is not that only Buddha is radiating. That energy which came out of Buddha, by the time it reaches the planet Earth, goes through some 5-6 alteration. So many influences gets added and deleted. Then the energy reaches the planet Earth. The different energy positions clearly decides the cosmic energy level during your birth, during the time of the birth. Based on that, we will be able to easily predict the course of your life. Understand? Not exact incidents. Exact, if somebody claims they can predict exact incidents, and I have seen all foolish ads in the newspaper, 3 days your problem will be solved. I'm really surprised. I thought of it. Anyhow, I don't think incidents can be predicted. Only a course of, kind of a rough course only can be predicted. Incidents are too minute details and you do have a freedom. Understand? Even if a minute incidents like which chair you will sit, if that can be predicted, you don't have a freedom. You don't have a freedom. You do have a freedom whether you have a freedom to decide whether to sit here or not, or listen here or not, or understand or not. All those things you have a freedom. Maybe the major actions, major course like whether you will become enlightened or not, maybe those things can be predicted. But the small decision, only principles can be predicted, not the policies. Policies, you have an individual freedom. Having an idea about horoscope, your own horoscope, will give you many times intelligence and acceptance to decide about your life. Intelligence to make decision, acceptance about the inevitable things. So according to me, a seeker should have little bit basic intelligence about their own horoscope. Better to read some books and have an idea than going to some person who is new, who doesn't know. In those days, fortunately, we had family astrologers. I know my own family had an astrologer who is very precise, who is very... One more thing, if that guy is a family astrologer who knows completely your family, then he can interpret the energy flows. He can easily interpret and guide you. He can be a counselor also, personal counselor also. We had a fortune of having that kind of an astrologer who is professional, who is an experienced astrologer, who knows the science, above all, knows the family well. So, easily can do the job of counseling. At least, whatever I heard from my parents, not even once his prediction failed. His prediction failed. It's very surprising. It's only one prediction failed, that he predicted that I will die at the age of 80. I took sannyas. That is the only thing failed. Of course, sannyas is practically rebirth. Otherwise, such a precise knowledge. So try to read 1 or 2 books. It will really give you an opening and glimpse, and it will be really exciting. When I started studying, it was very exciting. You can play a lot with it, because there is the astrological sutras actually encourage your visualization and power to connect things. It really helps you.
Nityanandam, yes, Swamiji has explained so simply about the planets and how each planet, the Navagrahas, the 9 planets, how they are having, how they have an effect on our lives. And Swamiji has so beautifully and so simply explained these sciences to us in this video. And Nityananda Maya, yes. So we would like to invite you, Aya, to please share what are the powerful cognitions that you have gotten from this satsang. What is the understanding that you've gotten from this satsang of Swamiji about the planetary effects? If you could please kindly share with us.
Okay, Ma. The first cognition was the Akashic reading was pointing, like Swamiji said, it was pointing to the course, the principle. The Akashic reading said I had 5 years from 2017 to 2022. So I had only 5 years left. So it was kind of pointing in the right direction because the 2022 was the start of my Ashtama Sani. Ashtama Sani is really the Sani in the 8th position in the horoscope. Okay, so so that happened to be the course, the principle of the planetary situation. But like Swamiji said, whatever the planet says, like Swamiji said, they can write what they want, but Swamiji can rewrite it with his feet. Okay, so whatever the planets may point to, with devotion and surrender. Surrender is the key. With devotion and surrender, like Markandeya did, for example, right? With devotion and surrender, the cosmic entity can rewrite the course of the planets. Okay, that's all I want to say. Thank you. Dhyanam.
Yes. And also, yeah, you had briefly shared about the lifestyle, the strict lifestyle that you have taken up.
Yeah.
One thing that Swamiji has, repeatedly been saying is not taking your body for granted, not taking this life for granted. And, true to that, you have a very strict lifestyle in terms of your diet, in terms of, your spiritual practices. Can you please share what, how you were inspired by Swamiji's teaching and the Charya Pada that Swamiji has prescribed for each and every one of us?
Okay, wow. So I am the kind of person, I take Swamiji's, what Swamiji says, I take it really seriously, meaning he says it for my good. That's the way I take it. Okay, and I don't question it. So, what are little things he says goes kind of deep inside, and of course I'm an engineer, so I question things a lot. I logically analyze things a lot, but once it's internalized, that's the end of it. Okay, so what Swamiji said about sattvic food really went deep into me, and I realized that there is a very good reason why Swamiji is saying that. So I have diet that is not only sattvic, but it excludes the things that Swamiji has asked people to exclude, like onion, garlic, mushroom, things like that. Okay, I don't touch any of those. And also, any kind of man-made chemical introduces toxicity in you. So I don't take any soda, or I don't even drink coffee or tea, and I don't definitely touch any junk food. Okay, many processed food. Okay, and uh, and also I practice Jalabasti every day. Uh, so I detox myself. So just before the start of puja, the ritual is that you need to completely clean your body so it's ready for puja. So I completely clean my insides out every day before starting puja. So that is, you would be amazed to know that even during COVID or anything like that, I never got any kind of infection. Okay, so uh, I can very seriously and very strongly recommend these practices to anybody who wants to listen. The real benefit, the side benefit, is that it's because of um, not having any kind of toxicity in your body. Um, it's very simple and easy to get to a state where you can disassociate with your disconnect from your body. So you can disconnect from your body, even from the pain body, and you can get to a state where you feel very light. You are like floating, and nothing is pulling you down, and not even any kind of pain or anything like that can affect you. And that's a very blissful experience. And if even if you do it like a few minutes a day, like Swami said, 21 minutes, I do it for a couple of hours probably every day. But that gives you a very good sense that you can deal with this body, even though there may be zones of pain. It's not a big deal. Okay. And one more thing I can recommend is that I don't watch TV, I don't see movies, because they're also, like Swamiji has very clearly said, they're also inputs. You're also you are consuming those also, okay, through ears, through eyes, you are consuming, okay. So even that can introduce toxicity in you. So if you can follow a lifestyle that Swamiji recommends, just do what he says. Don't don't listen to me. Just do what he says, and I'm sure if I can do it, just about anybody can do it. I can guarantee that for sure. Okay, and if you want a body that feels blissful and free of pain, just do what he says. That's all. Just do what our Swamiji said. So, Nithyananda, thank you.
Thank you, Aya. And since you have met Swamiji, many years ago, almost 20 years ago, you said, since then you have attended many programs, received many initiations, darshans from Swamiji. Could you please share your experience of being in these programs? Physically, you have met Swamiji. Physically, you have attended these programs where Swamiji was himself conducting these programs. Can you please share your experiences, some spiritual experiences or powerful cognitions that you have received, or powerful words, blessings that you have received from Swamiji?
So I have attended I've attended at least a couple of IAs, I think. Okay, and because I was Adinavasi for a short time, for like a couple of years, and uh, I've also attended many of the programs, and uh, and, and there are many instances where, you know, Swamiji can put a lot of energy into you and take you to a blissful space which you can't even imagine. And this has happened on many of the days of IAs. And also, I remember during the mm, program for initiation for Adinavasis, there was a time when Swamiji was talking about Shiva's sutras about how to dissociate yourself. And I had very clear, Swamiji gave me very clear vision of how when you detox the body, that everything that's happening to you is biological and neurochemical in nature, and just detoxing the body cleans up all those centers, all those pathways. So that gave me a very clear vision of why you should follow the simple regimen, and how steadily you practice the detoxification, just so you allow the biological neural energies to be a very positive influence on yourself. And Swamiji has very clearly said, don't try to control the mind. It's not going to work. Take care of your body. It'll take care of you. That's all. Okay? Yeah, Nama.
Wonderful, Ayya. So, can you share a single biggest transformation that you have experienced in your spiritual journey since meeting Swamiji? Are you able to share any one biggest transformation that you have seen as an individual from before meeting Swamiji till after?
There are many instances. For example, one I can think of is, I think that is the first time in LA I offered Pada Puja to Swamiji. And so all the people who did the Pada Puja, they were started leaving. And for some reason, I needed to be there. And I was also getting ready to leave because everybody was leaving. Swami just grabbed me with his right arm, pulled my left arm towards him, and made me stay there. Okay. And that was something went through me. You know, he put a lot of energy in me. And that moment, I became a different person. Okay. And also, during one of the darshans, I was just there are people going through and bowing down, touching his feet one by one. So I was my turn came, and when I touched Swamiji's feet, sudden energy flowed through me. Okay, and I think if I remember right, he hugged me. Okay, and a lot of energy went through me, and it gave me a much lighter sense of myself for a long time, and it's so powerful that I've not forgotten till it's about probably 20 years now. I've not forgotten. Okay.
So nice. Yeah. Swamiji actually, tells us we are not a number for him. Each and every one of us is a being, is a consciousness. And each and every one, Swamiji pays that attention and gives us that love, care, and attention and taking care of us. When what you just shared reveals that, from that moment, you are a different person. We don't understand why, what Swamiji did, but whatever Swamiji did, it's life transformative, right? So we are today listening about the planetary effect, and we will now continue to listen to Swamiji on the positions, on the planetary effects that can have. These are all, as Swamiji was explaining just a bit ago, the signs, how these different planetary positions have their effects, all interacting with each other. And at each one point of time, one planet has more significant effect than the others, but all of them are working together. So let us now understand and learn this science. As Swamiji was explaining, each one needs to have some basic understanding of these astronomical positions and their effect on us.
सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. Before entering into the satsang, I wanted to remind all of you to sit in Padmasana. Today I am seeing all satsang centers are filled with devotees, because yesterday we insisted 25 numbers, whole Seattle is full suddenly. Today all satsang centers are full. Today's subject astral travel and experiencing stars. In Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, 3rd chapter, 28th verse, 134th sutra, subject is astral travel and experiencing stars. Very powerful samyama. Today's samyama is, let me read the sutra, Chandre Tara Vyuhangyanam. Chandre Tara Vyuhangyanam. Swami Vivekananda translates this sutra as on the moon knowledge of the cluster of stars. Swami Prabhavananda translates this sutra as by making samyama on the moon, one gains knowledge of the stars, arrangement of stars. Swami Sachidananda translates as, by samyama on the moon comes knowledge of the stars' arrangement. Bhagavan Osho translates as, by performing samyama on the moon, knowledge concerning the arrangement of the stars is gained. Before entering into today's Samyama, I wanted all of you to understand some of the important facts. Indian astronomers are the oldest scientists who developed the whole astronomy. Vedic rishis are the oldest astronomers, oldest astrologers. I wanted to make it clear what I mean by the word astronomy and what I mean by the word astrology. English has no words, so I will have to give meaning to it. So this is the meaning. I am using these two words. When I use the word astronomy, the positions of stars and the knowledge about the movements of those stars, this is what I call astronomy. When I say astrology, the effect of that energies on your inner space and on the flow of your life and flow of the nature on the globe, on the planet Earth. Understand? When I say astronomy, I mean the positions of the different stars and energy centers. When I say astrology, I mean effect of those positions on your inner space, body and the nature of this planet Earth. Indian rishis are the most powerful astronomers and astrologers. Even the time which you experience, the concept of time you experience is based on Indian astrology. No scientists, no human beings other than the rishis were able to penetrate this whole system and science so deeply. And you need to know the important fact, our rishis did not have modern day equipments, 1,001 varieties of telescopes, no. Instruments, tools, equipments, no, nothing was available. Then how could they describe so clearly all the eclipse, the arrangements of the stars, solar system, precisely, I can say at least 25,000 years before? We have a record, solid record in Rig Veda, some of the constellations and the arrangements of stars which cannot be predicted, which can be only seen and recorded. It means at least 25,000 years before, the Vedic rishis had so much of intelligence on the science of astronomy, they were able to see, observe and record the calculation of the time, the most I don't have right word, I am just searching for the right word. Precise calculation of the time and the greatest revelation still modern science is yet to reach. Sun is going around the earth. Please understand, I insist again. Sun is going around the earth. This is revealed by Vedic rishis, you need to know how we measure reality. For example, dream state, waking state. Why do you say dream state is lower reality, waking state is higher reality? Because in your concept of time, the waking state is supposed to be long than the dream state. So anything stays for a longer period, we call it as reality. We take that as a base scale. If you see from this scale, for the earth to go around the sun, it takes only 1 year. But for the sun to go around the earth, it may take at least 1 billion years. So naturally you are supposed to calculate based on the longer time. Vedic rishis have calculated the time, constellations, all their astrological, astronomical decisions based on the great fact sun goes round the earth. Please understand. You need to know this fact very clearly. I'll better draw it and show you. Here is the sun. And here is the earth. And here is the moon going round the sun, going round the earth. And earth itself supposed to be going round the sun. Now, sun is not stable as we think. By the time this guy is going around, the earth, I can call it earth, moon and sun. Earth is going around the sun. This guy is also going around the whole. He is also moving. See, this whole galaxy is moving. The whole galaxy is moving, which we call in Sanskrit Hiranyagarbha, which scientists have their own words, black hole, Big Bang, or the energy shaft, whatever they call it. So when this is also going around something larger, so naturally what happens? By the time this guy goes round, he would have went round earth at least once. Understand? Earth will be going around and sun is all, the whole thing is going around. So naturally what will happen? The earth, the sun would have went round the earth at least once. By the time he finishes the whole round. If you keep the Hiranyagarbha as center, feel this as a Hiranyagarbha. This is Hiranyagarbha, H. Hiranyagarbha is the center and the sun is moving around. When the Hiranyagarbha is the center and sun is moving around, understand, by the time sun finishes one round of Hiranyagarbha, he would have completed at least one circle of earth. So I want you to know, sun goes around the earth, not earth around the sun. Earth may be going around, but we cannot consider that as a reality. It's a lower reality because the time consumption is smaller. The time taken is smaller. So the basic fact, the basic truth, basic foundation to calculate time, the concept of earth going around the sun will not be that precise. The sun going around the earth only can be precise concept. That only can calculate time much more precisely than the concept of earth going around the sun. How did, without any telescope, without any instruments, tools, able to experience such a strong truths and create such strong understandings, revelations? This is the one revelation revealed. I can go on expanding the knowledge of Vedic rishis in the field of astronomy and astrology. How the energy flow of the different planets and stars and their arrangements directly affect the mental setup and energy flow of your body and mind and the nature's flow. It's very strange but true. The knowledge of Indian astronomers on the science of stars, about the arrangement of the stars and the whole astronomy. The whole Indian astronomy and astrology, both systems, came out of this one sutra. This Patanjali's one sutra is responsible for the whole science. Or I can say that whole science's secret Patanjali reveals in this one sutra. The sacred secret embedded in this sutra is meditate, do samyama on the moon energy. Understand? Let me describe exactly the moon energy. Here, there is a beautiful word. Chandre tara vyuha jnanam. Moon energy. Yesterday, I was telling you, when the sun energy will be in peak in your being, when you are in the peak physical pleasure, the sun energy will be peak in your body. Same way, when you fast for one paksha, paksha means from new moon to full moon or full moon to new moon, that 16 days is called as one paksha. Krishna paksha or Sukla paksha. From new moon to full moon is called Sukla paksha. From full moon to new moon, Amavasya, is called Amarabaksha or Krishna Baksha. Whether it is a Sukla Baksha or Krishna Baksha, if you fast without solid food, just on liquid food, for the 16 days, your Hara center, Swadhisthana, just below the navel, in Swadhisthana, you will experience extraordinary coolness. That is moon energy. Understand? When you are in the peak of the physical pleasure, you will experience sun energy. So if you visualize the extreme movement, peak movement of the physical pleasure, and connect that with the sun energy, you will have samyama on sun. Now I am teaching you samyama on the moon. At least once in your life, you should try this practice. 16 days of living without solid food. You can take liquid, juices or liquid. 16 days. Then on the Hara center, below the navel, Swadhisthana chakra. One important thing, throughout that 16 day, you should continuously do samyama on that navel, the Swadhisthana, Hara center, below the navel. In the night, lie down in the open sky, bring your awareness to your Swadhisthana, below the navel chakra. If needed, have a spatika, pure crystal stone on Swadhisthana and meditate, do samyama. In Swadhisthana, the moon is alive, or you have become so big, the moon is in your Swadhisthana. Understand? I am giving you step-by-step instructions. The sacred secrets embedded in the samyamas are getting revealed to world first time. And I am challenging. I will prove all these things. I will prove all these things. Anybody, and it's not that difficult. I can make many of our ashramites, yogis to do these practices and study and prove it. Directly it can be proven. 16 days living on liquid diet, no solid food, because whenever you take more solid food and the necessity for digestion is required, all your energy gets locked in Manipuraga. It never travels to Swadhisthana. So for 16 days you need to give a little rest. Give only liquid diet, liquid food for the body. So you don't need to spend too much energy and attention, awareness on digestion. Bring your awareness always to Swadhisthana chakra. In the night time, keep the spatika, pure crystal, on the Swadhisthana and lie down facing the moon. Do samyama on moon energy. With open eyes or closed eyes, no problem. Feel you have become so big. The moon is in your Swadhisthana. Suddenly the moon energy will be awakened in you. Two things will happen. You will have the complete knowledge of the arrangements of stars and the effect of that arrangement on your system. Understand? Effect of that on your system. Effect of the stars arrangements on your system is very important to know many things about your life. If you can know the effect of the star arrangements on your system, suddenly you will be able to solve thousands of problems in your life. Even enlightenment will become very easy. You just know where you are stuck on your own. Please understand. When master tells you where you are stuck, you will not be able to trust him, because you may think, he may be telling this to exploit me. You will have your own doubts. Like one sadhu told a blind man who was trying to walk with a frozen snake as a stick. In the Himalayas, in the cold, one snake was frozen. And one blind man thought it's a nice stick, and he started walking with that stick. Sadhu said, hey, drop that, it is a snake. When sun comes up, the snake will come back to life. It will bite you. But the blind man thought, no, this sadhu wants this stick. That is why he is asking me to drop it. So sometime you will have your own doubt. But these techniques will teach you. You will have the clarity and awareness where you are stuck. If you know where you are stuck, liberating yourself will be very easy. Many times, the point where you are stuck. And one more thing, if master asks you something, you are not able to give up that, the existence will snatch that from you forcibly. But by the time existence snatches that from you forcibly, you would have wasted too much time. But this knowledge, this kind of samyamas will teach you so clearly, you don't need to waste your time holding on to those things for the existence to come and snatch it away from you. Waste of time. So that is the reason Patanjali goes on giving many of these samyamas. This samyama is such wonderful samyama. It can bring two dimensions of knowledge. One, the positions and arrangements of stars. Second, the effect of that on your system. Effect of moon and planets have a direct impact on your system, because you can see in your life, many people, one screw loose, two screw loose and all. During Purnima and Amavasya, full moon day, new moon day, they'll go crazy. Now everybody is looking at their spouse. I am seeing. Are remembering the spouse. If the spouse is not around, they are remembering. I don't know why every man invariably thinks the spouse is one or two screw loose. It's almost like an eternal rule. What to do? Life, sometime Chandre Tara Vyuha Jnanam. By doing samyama on the moon energy, the knowledge about the arrangement of the stars and effect of those arrangement of stars on your body will be revealed to you. I tell you, especially if you are initiated into Kundalini awakening, means already you have started experiencing the levitation. If your body has started lifting off the ground when you unclutch by initiation, that's what I call already initiated. If you are already initiated, try one or two of these samyamas. I tell you, it's all foolproof, risk-free. You will not go any more crazy. What is there for you to lose? Nothing. Nothing to lose. And try these samyamas. It will be good. It will be really good. These samyamas will give you tremendous courage and confidence to follow the master, to follow this Vedic tradition. I tell you, never ever I have seen Vedantis retaining their confidence on the philosophy and Guru till the end. It is always yogis who experience the effects of samyama reach till the goal. Because to reach the goal, to reach the end, to see the end, to see the final goal, you need tremendous inspiration, enthusiasm, joy, ecstasy, spirit of high achiever. I tell you, spirit of high achiever. I can say the spirit of high achiever is the direct quality of a spiritual enlightenment. Spirit of high achiever. The spirit of high achiever is always achieved only by yogis who experience this kind of samyamas, who work with this kind of samyamas, who get the glimpses of extraordinary powers. Otherwise, Vedantis make big belly, mouth dirtied by the betel leaf, betel nut and dirty arguments. That's all. Vedantis do not make anything except dirty mouth. It is yogis who practice this kind of samyamas. Even in our own organization I have seen, unless people practice, they become more or less politicians. If you practice this kind of samyamas, you will have the tremendous clarity. I tell you, when you have this kind of experiences through samyama, even the secrets, the sacred secrets behind every Shastra Pramana will be revealed to you. Understand? Sacred secrets behind every Apta Pramana will be revealed to you. Many words I utter to you, even if I am shouting at you, there is a sacred secret behind. Unless you know the sacred secret behind, you will not follow it up, you will miss and mess. Even to understand Master, the sacred secret embedded behind his words, you need little bit of this kind of practices, samyama practices. Try this samyama, 16 days, no solid food, just liquid food. Every night, lie down in the open sky, keep a spatika on your swadhisthana and gaze at the moon. Feel you have become so big that moon is on your swadhisthana. All the other stars are in your inner space. I tell you, you will have the unique, powerful knowledge of the arrangements of stars and its effect on your system. Now we will enter into the samyama. Bring your awareness to the Swadhisthana. You can keep your eyes closed or open, that is okay, no problem. Learn to do samyama with open eyes. That will always be powerful. Any samyama which is done with open eyes will become unbroken. See, concentration gets broken by the scene seen by the eyes. But if it cannot be even broken by the seen by the eyes, it becomes strong. Samyama becomes powerful. So visualize, you have become so huge. The moon is in your Swadhisthana. Feel the cooling effect of the moon on your Swadhisthana. With deep, restful awareness, bring your attention and energy to your Swadhisthana, 2 inches below the navel. Visualize the moon and its cooling effect in your Swadhisthana. I bless you all to achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, and share the eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you.
Such a powerful expansion from Swamiji regarding the planetary position. Of course, how Swamiji beautifully revealed, not only the earth revolves around the sun actually revolves around the earth. In a very narrow view, we see science as in the earth is revolving around the sun. But when you look at the galaxies, Swamiji explained that the sun is actually, in fact, going around the earth as well. Beautiful revelations that the ancient rishis have revealed in the Vedic astrology, in the astronomy, in Hinduism, which even the modern science is still trying to catch up, if not taken over the knowledge from the Hindu science. And as Swamiji always says, without the brand of Hinduism. So, but thanks to Swamiji that he is revealing the truths of Hinduism as it is, the Vedic astronomy, the Vedic astrology. Swamiji is revealing all these scriptures to us. So today, as we are discussing on this subject of astrology and astronomy, we have Sri Paramajnanandaya joining us from Kailasa, San Diego. Aya, you have been for the last 20 years very committed, disciple to Swamiji, and you're also a founding father of Kailasa. How was that decision made, and how did you become a founding father of Kailasa? Yeah, you're muted.
Okay, Ma. Can you hear me, Ma? So I was participating in a program called Nithyanandoham those days, where some people are invited to be with Swamiji for 3 months to experience Swamiji in person for those 90 days. I was lucky enough to be one of them. And so at that time only, I think the SJP program was taking shape. And so I was approached by one of the Swamijis at the time, and he was requesting me to take a look at this program. And he knew very well that I had total faith in Swamiji's unqualified and unquestionable commitment to Sanatana Dharma, to preserving it, to promoting it, okay, and to keep it established for many, many, many generations to come. So he knew that, and he kind of convinced me that participating in the SJB program would be my expression of that faith. Okay, so I thought about it, and I felt that what Swamiji is doing is not just for a few of us, it's for many, many, many generations to come of humankind that would benefit from whatever Swamiji is trying to do today. So I decided to become part of the program, and I was fortunate enough to have the resources to commit to that. And I'm so pleased that Swamiji gave me the opportunity to be part of his group of contributors, and I'm forever thankful to that. Thank you, Swamiji. Dhyan.
So wonderful, Aya. Actually, not only being a founding father, you have decided to become a Kailasa Vasi and also received blessings from Swamiji to go to Adi Kailasa. Can you share this experience, please? You are going to become a Vanaprastha in Kailasa. Can you share about this?
Okay, Ma. Swamiji had said, like a few years ago, Swamiji was saying in one of the Zoom calls from the, this was addressed to the LA temple participants, and I was participating on Zoom, and Swamiji had said that that I had asked Swamiji, how can I become a Kailasavasi? He said, oh, you are already an Adinavasi. You don't even need a passport. And now we have all the facilities for people who are disabled like myself. So that should not be an issue. So he said, I would be there. Swamiji said, I'll be doing a lot of useful things for him. I hope so. So that was like a few years ago. And then very recently, last year, I applied for the Vanaprastha program when it opened. And then just a few months ago, I asked Swamiji about the Vanaprastha program, and within a day, just within a few hours, The answer came back. Swamiji said, go to Bidadi. Okay. Then I asked Swamiji, should I go to Antigua before I go to Bidadi? He said, no, your health will not permit it. Just go straight to Bidadi. And so I'm making arrangements right now, settle things with the family, so I can go to Bidadi be a Vanaprastha. Okay. Nithyananda Swamiji. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aya. Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your experiences. I mean, listening to you, literally, we can see your devotion and commitment to Swamiji. How literally, like a child, you have, surrendered to Swamiji, and Swamiji is taking care of every aspect. And now, finally, you are becoming part of Kailasa as a Kailasa Vasi. Welcome, and thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your experiences, Aya. Any message that you would like to share with the viewers who are watching? Anything that you'd like to share here?
Nithyananda, I only would ask people to take Swamiji's words just for what they are. And if it's like Guruvak, if he says practice something, just practice it. Okay, that's all you need to do, and things will take care of themselves. Okay, that's all I can say. Nithyananda.
Thank you. Thank you, Aya Nithyananda.
Mm.
So thank you, everyone. Thank you, all the viewers that have been watching, joining us. Nithyanandam, apologizing for the technical glitch. Thank you all for joining us today. The viewers joined across different platforms from different parts of the world. We had a lovely session today, Swamiji revealing the truths about the Hindu astrology and astronomy. And we will be joining again tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. in this 45th Chaturmasya series, listening to various revelations from Swamiji. Thank you all for joining. Until we meet tomorrow, let us now close with the Purnamanta.
Om
Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam.